you have to have your innocence intact. Now, how to get to innocence? People will say. How to get to innocence? It's a vicious circle. How to get to innocence? It's a very vicious circle. We have to get to innocence. Through what? Your ego or superego? How will you get to innocence? Mother says, don't raise your kundalini. I am sitting here, people are just doing like that. What's happening? I am sitting here, kundalini is up there on your head. What are you raising? Now, how to manage is the problem. Very simple it is. In the beginning I said, let your Guru reside in your heart. How to manage? Why? Let Mother manage. Mother is managing me. Keep it at that. Your right side will clear. Your left side will clear when you say, nobody can manage me but Mother can manage me. Two things together. Things will work out. Thank God you have somebody like me to sitting here where you can say so. Think of those who never had anyone to tell them or to be in their presence, to say that I can manage this or you can manage that. And at the asking of a Guru, if something goes wrong also, it should be always accepted as the law of the divine. Because Guru is the giver of the law of the divine, not the worldly laws. The law of the divine he gives you. The law of the divine you understand, then you have to surrender to that law of the divine. And that's how you'll become masters of that law. It would work best on the people who are just receiving. You have problems, that's why you are here. But you cannot solve them. They are to be solved by divine power. This must be understood fully, that we cannot solve our problems. It is beyond us to solve our problems. So, leave it in the hands of the divine power and expose yourself effortlessly, absolutely effortlessly. Sit in comfort
and properly with both the feet on the ground, with both the hands relaxed like this. Be comfortable. It should not be uncomfortable at all. It should be very comfortable because you have to sit for quite some time. And you try to put your attention to me within yourself, if you can, to my Kundalini, if you can. You can come into my Kundalini, everything will be done. Just like this, the hand should be like this straight. So effortlessness is the key word. Absolutely effortless. Whether you are meditating before me or before my photograph.
To say that you are getting help from God, that God has helped you this way and that way, is too much to assume, I think. God does look after all of us. His compassion, His love, He has created us, He has made a beautiful human being out of us. Within us He has placed all these centers. He has placed the Kundalini within us, and the Kundalini has to rise. You have to get realization. All that is so. No doubt. All this has to work out. That's also the truth is. But still, one must know that He is not in your hand. You are in His hand. There are many people who pray to God, give me promotion. Oh God, you have to give me promotion. And then if He doesn't give this, God is not helpful to me. Why has He not given me promotion? You should not cheapen God like that. God is the one who is almighty, who has created all this universe. He has created you, and He has created you for a purpose. And that purpose is something supreme.
That's not ordinary purpose. The way you think him to be, he's not an ordinary person. He's supreme. And he will give you something that is supreme. Supposing you go to see some king, he will not give you 1 pea, will he? He may give you a diamond. But if you want to ask anything from God, then you must ask for the supreme. Now, what is the supreme? The supreme is to know him. Unless and until you know yourself, you are not going to know him. He has placed within you that instrument by which you first know yourself. Once you know yourself, through yourself you know him. But the first important thing is that your attention has to be on him. There's a very different thing to have attention on God and to have a blind faith in God. These two things are absolutely far apart. To have faith in God means, I have already told you, all the silly things we do in the name of faith. But to have your attention on God is to ask, when am I going to be myself? When are you going to accept me as a citizen of your kingdom? When are you going to use me as your instrument, O Lord? This should be your attention. If your attention is like that, and if you are really of pure nature about it, it will work out. It works out. This is the only thing that is needed in Sahaja Yoga, is a clean heart to ask for it, to desire for it. That even after realization, we cannot properly manifest our innocence, our primordial powers which are within us in absolute purest form. Why? What happens with us? The trouble is with our attention. When you became human beings, you were given full freedom to put your attention onto anything you wanted. requires our attention. But do you have your self-esteem? If you have, then where should be your attention? It should be on yourself. Where is yourself now? It is God Almighty. Is a part of that great primordial being. Your attention should be on that. After realization, your attention should be in your heart, on your spirit, which is the part of God Almighty. If your attention is on your spirit, you will be amazed how your attention will act. You see, like a jelly which is attached to a point, it may little bit get disturbed, again it will settle down. Again it will get little bit disturbed, it will settle down. It will not hang on to any point and will not bother you. So to put all your senses properly, first of all, put your attention to your heart and to your spirit, because that's your absolute point which you have discovered. But it doesn't happen with many people. The trouble is, when Kundalini rises, she gives two kinds of experiences. One is called as Shambhavi, another called as Shakti. Shambhavi is the feeling of the Shambhu, is the Shiva in the heart, means God Almighty. But the other is Shakti. Now with Western people it is the other, because you know your problems. You have used your powers for all kinds of ramblings in your mental efforts. Everything will sit down. All right, let us discuss realization. What are you going to discuss? What are you going to discuss about realization? Did you get your realization by discussion? You have to meditate. You have to go within yourself, see your growth, work out within. You cannot talk about it, you cannot discuss it, you cannot argue about it. It is within. Because of these ramblings, problems come up. Because their attention has been on the spirit alone. Simple people have that capacity. So now, forgetting everything else, all your intelligence, all your books and education and all that you have had, forget it. And just put your attention to your heart, where lies the connection with God Almighty. If your attention is there, you will be surprised that your attention will be stabilized. Not only that it will be stabilized, but the source of joy is that. And you will start feeling that joy. Then you have to put your attention in such a way that every problem comes in, you go to your heart, not to your brain. Any question comes in, go to your heart. There resides the blessings of God. And you will be surprised how it will be solved. That's why I said go into thoughtless awareness. That is the quality of heart, because heart doesn't think.
very intense effort and a complete commitment that I am going to save this world. It has worked so well now. I can see you all getting into the third stage of joy. And the joy is what I want you to have, and not self-destruction or stupid conditioning pressures. Joy. And joy has no double meaning, it's absolute. To reach you to that subtlety that you start enjoying the testing of joy, not vibrations but joy. Beyond your central nervous system, where it cannot be expressed in words. It expresses in your eyes, in your faces, in atmosphere, in nature, everywhere. You see, the whole thing is blossoming around. This is what we all have to achieve. And for that, we have to know that we are not going to bow down to anything that puts our attention into shackles. Mother has freed us. Let us spread our wings. We are not small little birdies, but now we have become birds. And let us spread our wings and fly in the sky of joy. Now, what experience you should have to build that in your heart is the point. And the experience is of your own divinity, of your own spirituality. Once you start developing that experience, then you know that you are a divine person. Unless and until you are aware fully that you are a divine person, howsoever faith you may have in me, the recognition is not complete, because who is recognizing me is a blind person. If a blind person is recognizing me, it won't have that response of the heart. So first you have to recognize yourself to be a divine person, to have faith in yourself.